Bridging the gap between sight loss and fashion. Greetings everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I thought I would do a makeup storage video for you because I think being someone with a sight impairment and being a bit of a fashion / makeup junkie, I have to usually organise my makeup quite meticulously, so I thought it might be interesting for you to see how I do that. So let's get on with the video. Okay, so I'll start off with one of my big drawers in my lovely white dressing table that my mum bought me for Christmas. In that one I organise my makeup by putting everything I use for the summer season and the current season that we're actually in, and I put everything that I use for my face, such as blushes, bronzers, primers, foundations, any kind of serums I put on. A few of my lip products as well are in there, but it's mostly a drawer that I use to put all of my face tool products in and stuff that I use predominantly every day, or it's kind of like my fail-safe or go-to makeups really. So you can see I'm holding up a Superdrug foundation from the B range, which I love, and that's something I use every day, as well as things like my concealers, which I use every day. There's also things like the Body Shop Insta Blur, which I absolutely adore. I also keep things like my Lush products, such as the Feeling Younger Face Illuminator and the Jackie Oats Colour Supplement, which I really like as well for lighter days that are more casual. I've got some of my favourite blushes in here, such as one of the Pixie ones that I love, which is really great for the summer. And really just things like my bronzer. This is the new one I got from the Body Shop, and I think it's in the shade 2 if I can remember. And you can see I've got pretty much mostly just some of my really favourite facial products, and again I've got Body Shop Radiant, but that pretty much sums up the first drawer. Now onto something else. I keep my makeup brushes in this massive jar, which you can see here, which I got from TK Maxx. And you might be wondering, well, why the hell do you do that, girl? But I do it personally because I don't like the thought of any dust or pollen or any insects getting on my brushes, and for me, I just love to keep them clean and just free of dust and anything that will aggravate my skin. So I just keep them in a big jar, and it's just really good to keep your brushes clean. Now onto the other drawer, which is one of my smaller ones. I keep all of my favourite skincare products in this one. So that includes things like daily moisturisers, daily serums, my under the eye cream, which I love from Eau de Fleur, which is the golden pumpkin one, which I've reviewed before. I've also got some of my favourite Body Shop products in here. I've got my spot treatment from Eau de Fleur again, and all things that I predominantly use through different times of the year and that I couldn't be without. And they're kind of my go-to products for the moment for the summer, and it just makes it easy so I can quickly grab my stuff in the morning. And here I've got one of my favourite MAC palettes, which I use a lot, and it's really pretty, so I have it for really quite a decorative touch to my dressing table. So in the opposite drawer, which is again a small one, I keep all of my favourite lip products. So things like my favourite lip glosses throughout the year and my current summer favourites. I also keep things like my lip balms that I would like to use, and some of my lip primers are in here as well. But really it's a mixture of anything I use regularly and things that I use around this time of the season. So moving on to my other big drawer, which I have at the bottom next to my other one, I keep all of my favourite eye products. So I have quite a lot of eyeshadows, eyeliners, mascaras, and I'm a bit of an eye makeup junkie. I don't know why that is, but I just really like eye makeup in particular. So I've got a lot of my favourite palettes in here, my nude palettes. I've got my favourite Marks and Spencer's palettes that I got for Christmas, which I love. I've also got my eyelash curlers in here because they are not the prettiest ones, but they do the job, so I just put them in the drawer to keep them out of the way. I also have things like my favourite eyeshadows from Superdrug at the back. I have some of my favourite creamy eyeshadows that I use a lot, and just the same as my other drawers, it's really, this dressing table is where I keep my makeup that I use throughout the summer and things that I'm using pretty much on a traditional basis. So it's a mixture of things that are classics and things that are for the fashions of the season. So moving on into my bathroom, which is where I've got this big wicker white storage unit, which I got from Homebase, and I'll try and link it below. I keep pretty much all of my other makeup. So on the top I've got these lovely big glass jars. I have 4 of them in different sizes, and in those I keep all of my nail varnishes. So the biggest one has all of my OPI colours, the smallest one has all of my shiny colours, another one has all of my ones that I've got from other companies, and just ones that are more of a kind of, they're odds and sods really, so ones that aren't really of a particular brand and they're very different. And the same goes with the one at the back, and I also keep that one, I have my top coats in that one as well. And I actually got this idea from the YouTuber Sprinkler Glitter, so I'm just going to shout that out before any of you think I'm copying her and being a bit naughty for not saying it. I did get the idea from her, and I think it's a genius idea, so Pinterest, as she said, it really is. In the first drawer, which is one of the 2 little ones I have at the top, I keep all of my other lip things, so the lip colours that I don't really use a lot, or the things that I'm not really using as much. In the second one next to it, I keep all of my face masks, so all of the things that I like to use, all of my favourite facial masks from different companies, I just keep them there because it's the easiest place to get them and to just put them really for the time being. So in the second drawer down, which is a bigger one, I keep all of my favourite eye colours and my more wintry colours, so things that I don't really wear because they're darker or because they're more for the autumn-winter period. And it really varies. I've got quite a lot of my smoky eye palettes, I've got my M&S Christmas palettes in here as well, and I've got my darker colours and things like that really, or just things that I might have 2 of, or that I'm just not using as much at the moment, or like my eyeliners that I like but I don't use as much, but it's just mostly things that I'm not using at the moment because they're out of the season. So in my third drawer down, I also have my eyeliners, I have my mascaras, and my other eye products such as my eyelashes that I don't really use a lot because they're more for going out. So these are more of my going out nighttime things that I don't use as much, and I just keep them separate in different makeup bags so I can just tell where they are because they're different shapes, and also it just makes it easier because it's just easy to know the layout and where things are, and just so if I'm in a hurry I don't have to try and find it all, so it's just easier really for me to know that they're in 2 different makeup bags. So then on to the 4th one, I will just open up here now. So in here I've got all of my favourite face products that I use for the winter period, or just things that are more for the different periods of the year. And so I've got bronzers, blushes, highlighters, all that kind of thing in there really, all just kind of nestled in there. So on to the final drawer. In here I keep all of my skincare, so my makeup wipes, my night serums, my night creams, my cleansers, or anything really that I don't use as much or I got for freebies and I've just not really got around to using, or products I've bought and I've not started to use yet. I use this drawer quite regularly actually, I must say. So that concludes my makeup storage video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, share and subscribe and thumbs up this video if you did, and I will catch you all next time, my lovely Fashioneyesta. Bye!
Normal. Okay. Where do I start with what's wrong with that? Yes, people who've got disabilities can be normal as well.